Morning guys, I'm doing my first vlog since I've been back from Kelowna. So lots of things have changed. I'm actually just about to get tattooed here in about an hour, but I'm just hanging out at the shop beforehand. Got a few things to go over. So first off, spent a little over a week in Kelowna, learning all the management stuff up there. And I've been back in Lethbridge now for about 5 days. And transition has been interesting, for sure. I've always been back of house, so dealing with the public has been interesting for me, but not bad, just it's different. I think I talked about it in my last video that went up that I've kind of thought for most of my life that I would never be the front of a company. It's, you know, part of having lots of piercings and being heavily tattooed is you understand that you'll be in the back kind of thing. But now I get to be the face of a tattoo company, and I'm having a lot of fun with the social media aspect of it. Seeing the numbers grow on that page already it's a bit fun for me. It's a bit funner than managing my social media as EphemeralRemy, just because I've been doing that forever. It's nothing new. But I think there's all kinds of potential for me here to grow. Obviously the lighting in the shop is way better than what I'm used to for the house. I would be using a microphone for this today for better audio, but Kevin is actually the old shop manager, the guy I do the podcast with. He's actually on his way to Kelowna, so he's got the podcasting gear and the mics and stuff. So from the next one on, I'll have way better audio in this too. So on top of the fact that I've obviously got better lighting now and a better backdrop and lots of different stuff to work with here, I'll have better audio too, so that should be good. I'm probably gonna learn how to edit these a little bit better so they're not just me talking. Maybe I'll be able to get some pictures mixed in and just different stuff. Take it to another level for the YouTube. I'll have the time while I'm here. I'm used to being a lot busier when I'm cooking, so this is a little slow paced for me, but there are moments when it gets a little hectic too. So, but it gives me more time to learn new things. Like being here means that I'm almost certainly going to become a piercer at some point. For those of you who've watched my channel for a long time, you'll know that in 2019 I was doing apprenticeship to be a piercer. But my piercer that I was learning from moved away. So that she's in Kelowna. She's Lee's wife, my old tattoo artist's wife. And there's a good chance that I'll end up going up there to learn from her while I'm doing this. Because I can kind of do some of this work no matter where I am. Like I can do a lot of the social media and booking and stuff like that, kind of nowhere. Not even in-house, like I don't have to be at this location to do those things. So there's a good potential that I'll learn how to pierce, but all the guys at the shop here really want to teach me how to at least saturate so I can do blackout tattoos, and I think I probably already got a pretty good market for that, so that'll be fun. I'll definitely end up learning to tattoo here. I just don't know if I'll learn to pierce or tattoo first, or which I'll end up doing more of or whatever, but where we are here, there's a huge market for piercings that isn't really being fulfilled, and we get 5 to 10 calls a day, people looking for piercings. So with that said, I'll get into some of the things that have happened over the last few days, or will be happening, I guess. Lee and I were gonna tattoo my face. We were planning on extending this filigree to my head, getting rid of the dagger and the rose. We just ran out of time. So I'm planning on going up to Kelowna in summer again. Hopefully we'll get it done then. But he has a plan to extend this design so that it's not too much farther out on my face, but I can get rid of these two little face tattoos that kind of, I don't dislike them, but I don't think they quite go with what I've got going on now. So I'd like to build them up into something more whole, like part of my whole suit. Other than that, unfortunately not getting that done. I did get my nipples pierced again. So I've had my nipples pierced now 3 times. We went diagonal this time. I've had vertical and horizontal nipples, but basically just because of the shape of my chest with the shading that we've done and the kind of design of the eyes here, I wanted to kind of play with that aspect. So we did the diagonal nipple piercings, and I think they give the whole chest a really cool look, and they almost end up looking like another set of eyes. I've already had some people say that my nipples look like eyes in the middle of this chest piece, so why not play with that a little more? There was quite a bit of scar tissue to work through there, so for the people who have seen the video of these piercings, because well, it hasn't been posted yet, it'll be coming up soon. There's quite a bit of bleeding in them, and people were wondering if that meant that she was too rough or any of those things, but it's more or less just because my nipples have been tattooed 6 times and now pierced 3 times. So I kind of was gonna hold off on getting my nipples pierced again because I wasn't sure if I wanted to black them out one more time with the Panthera black this time. But the way that the white highlights worked on my chest and the nature of the nipple always kind of lightening up a bit, I think that the silver and the white highlights with the nipples a little lighter anyway, it almost looks how it should. So I didn't think that it would be helpful to do the nipple piercings again, or sorry, the nipple tattoos again. So I think they'd actually clash a little more if I had done them another time. If I had got them as black as, say, my shoulder here, or one of these spider eyes even, I think it would have looked worse for it. So the time was right, and it was a nice little memory of going to Kelowna and getting pierced. So I don't have any plans on stretching them. People have already asked me if I'm planning on stretching my nipples, and the answer is a flat out no. So I'm just gonna keep them small. I might go to 12 gauge, so at a 14 gauge right now, but sometimes slightly bigger jewelry can be a little more comfortable. So doing this this vlog in a different setting is a little odd. I'm in the shop well before anyone else will be here, so I do have the privacy to do this and to stand here topless and not feel like a weirdo. Not that I don't spend a lot of time topless anyway. I mean, God knows how many pictures of me topless. But still, it feels a little different to be doing one of these kind of personal vlogs in a public space. So I'm hoping that weirdness will go away a little bit over time, but yeah, it's different. It's just another layer. And I always thought that I would end up doing them here, but that's the one thing that's been weird about all of this is I was talking about doing this for a very long time, and even up until I got here, I was still like, am I really gonna do this? I've been a cook for nearly 20 years. Stepping away from that life is very strange. It feels very weird. Going up to Kelowna, it felt like I was about to start something, but it felt like a vacation. Coming back here, it's like, oh no, that wasn't a vacation. This is just what your life will feel like now. I don't feel tired at the end of the day the same way. I think that there's probably a little less, maybe there'll be a little less fulfillment at the end of a day here, but overall, I'm a lot less exhausted with this kind of work. And I think that'll only get more and more as time goes on because I'm gonna learn it better and I won't be learning new things every day here. It'll get easier to understand what I'm doing and all that. But yeah, I'm babbling. So I wanted to get into one more thing is today we're gonna be tackling the sides here. And man, even looking at this myself, I can see the shop lighting is so much better than my house lighting. I don't even have any ring light or anything. It's just nice lighting. So I think we're gonna be doing this side. We're gonna be doing shading like this in between these side tentacles. So there's a few spots like here, here, up here, and maybe some up here, I don't know. And then we got another appointment next week. So we'll be doing this side similarly. So the spaces in between tentacles will be shaded again like this. Now we got a couple of eyes up here to do still, but I think 2 sessions will probably be 1 for each side. And then I think the 3rd session that we do in 3 weeks, we'll be doing a highlight run. So hitting all these silver spots and all the teeth, and probably redoing the red down here because these are second pass. This is first pass red. So that's what I've got in store for the next few weeks. I haven't been tattooed in 3 weeks now, so everything is pretty well healed. Obviously, you can see these tentacles are a lot more defined now. They stand out better, but I do think that we'll need to redo the insides of them. I don't know when we'll get to that, but it's on my agenda. And the more I look at this now, especially since I've got 3 weeks coming up in a row, I think I'm gonna have these sides all popping, like the tentacles are gonna pop out. The more I think about it, the more I think this will probably be another 6 months, but I don't think I'll be pushing into the next year. I think I've got all the basic shading to do on the sides. Otherwise, the shading is done, except we're gonna go back through the shading that we've done here, and in the high spots, we're gonna use white and silver like we did in the chest. So that it just creates even more contrast between the new black and the white and stuff. And then other than that, we got to do the eyes. We got to finish the armpits, both armpits, and yeah, just redoing the insides of the tentacles. So I could see this mostly being done in 6 months. And when I say done, I mean done to a point where I'm happy with it for now. So in other words, I want it to be done to the level that we can come back to it later after we get most of my sleeve done. Like I want to get this lined out, at least one of them lined out and mostly finished, and then maybe give myself 6 months off the torso and then go back and do some more highlights. So I could see, yeah, in 6 months probably starting my sleeves, maybe less. I don't know exactly how much more there is to do. Obviously, sometime within the next month, I want to hit these roses again. Yeah, and I want to hit my hand tattoos again one more time too. So I got all kinds of things coming up, but overall, lots to look forward to, and super excited to start thinking about working on my sleeves. Not just because I really want the sleeves, but also because sleeves are a bit of a day off for me. Like getting anywhere on your arm tattooed, it's a hell of a lot better than getting anywhere on your side or your stomach or, your chest or, well, chest isn't too bad, but this whole area is all I've been working on for a really long time, and it'd be nice to have a break from it. So, seems like I'm almost there though. Anyway, I'm gonna wrap this one up. So if you've enjoyed this one, and yeah, just share it with your friends and give it a like. And let me know what you think of the new backdrop. Some things you'd like to see in my future vlogs maybe. And I'll talk to you guys again soon.